What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining me for this being my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 17, Episode 15. Couple things I want y'all to do before we get started. Of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big white subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing, so why don't you go ahead and mash it for a brother. Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content I'm putting out on my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, how you think the season is going, who are your favorite housewives, who do you not want to come back next season. Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. So we start out the episode, the aftermath of the whole fight that happened at the dinner between Shamia and Portia. Shamia and Kelly are back at the mansion, and they're dealing with the aftermath and whatnot. And the other ladies, they end up going to a club, one of the most popular clubs there in Scotland. I was about to say Sweden. Scotland. In Scotland. So K. Michelle gets on the mic. She proceeds to serenade Phaedra with VSOP, which is my favorite, one of my favorite K. Michelle songs, besides Love 'Em All. But yeah, the ladies are having a great time. Portia, Cynthia, Drew, all the ladies, Pinky, all the ladies are dancing, having a good time, things of that nature. Then K. Michelle plays Drew's song Delusional. And we see a little bit later in the episode when Portia takes the girls out to the spa that Drew thanks K. Michelle for supporting her. And K. Michelle's like, I like me, I'll be kidding around, but we're okay. She didn't say we're good or anything like that, or bygones be bygones. But she said that they're on decent terms, I guess, right now. So I thought that was gracious of K. Michelle to not be petty and to actually play Drew's song, because she really didn't have to do that. Then Shamia and Kelly actually come into the club. Shamia's walking through the hallway, got her hands up. She's, getting it a little bit. And, she wants to have some fun. She wants to have some fun. She wants to kind of get past what just happened. And it's a little awkward, at least for me, because I don't know how Shamia thinks the girls are going to take it when what happened just literally just happened. And you're coming into the club like everything's okay. I don't know if that was the best decision for Shamia to do, because I'm not surprised whatsoever that Portia got the hell on out of there. And then right after Portia leaves, K. Michelle wants to play one of Portia's songs. I'm not familiar with Portia's discography, so I don't know exactly what she would have played. I think she might have said what she was going to play, but I honestly don't remember. But Portia leaves, and Angela's like, "Oh, well, I don't know why you would come in here when you just accused her mother of trying to sleep with your father." And then Cynthia says something along those same lines. It's not looking good for Shamia at all. And I know a lot of people might be on Portia's side in this argument, although those same people do tend to believe what Shamia said. They just don't believe that it was the right time. I'm thinking, like, what would have been the right time for Shamia to reveal this information? Would it have been at the reunion or what? Like, I don't know, because when you're on a show like Housewives, no time is better than the present, at least to me. But because it's like they're at a dinner. A lot of times these types of conversations happen at dinner, so I don't get what the issue is. But anyway, so excuse me. I like the fact that I like to see the ladies having a good time, and so although Portia, Drew, and Cynthia, I can't remember if Phaedra left the club as well. But there are clearly two sides to this cast, and that typically is what happens on Housewives of Atlanta, and a good bit of the Housewives franchises as well, Potomac also. So it is what it is. But anyways, on the next day, Phaedra is going to take a couple of the ladies out to a cemetery. We all know Phaedra is a funeral director. funeral director. So she's going to take Cynthia, Shamia, and Kelly to the cemetery while Portia is going to take the other ladies, Pinky, Drew, K. Michelle, to a spa on the property. So, while they're in their respective groups and whatnot, Portia doesn't actually end up taking them to any type of spa. They're able to see the spa amenities and whatnot, but they don't actually do spa type things. But they do sit down and the ladies kind of go over what happened at the dinner the previous night. And, as I stated a little bit earlier, Kay, Michelle, and Drew, I don't think that they've solidified where their relationship lies. However, I guess they're not going to be going back and forth. I'm assuming that their whole beef is sort of kind of over for the season as we know it, hopefully. Because I really don't like seeing K. Michelle and Drew go back and forth. I think it's too easy of a thing for them to do since they're both singers. Drew being an actress as well, but I'm glad that they've sort of kind of at least put their differences to the side for the moment. So Portia is getting this birthday dinner together for Phaedra. Portia calls Phaedra and asks them, where they are. Portia shows the other ladies the room that they'll be eating in for Phaedra's birthday dinner, and everything is going great. Also, Portia did talk to her sister and let her sister know what Shamia said about their mother, and uh yeah, I guess they're really not surprised. And then, Portia, I just don't like Portia. I just really don't like Portia. She is such a liar. And, I think because Portia is such a fan favorite, a lot of people like to look past all of her deeds. But, it is what it is. That's the nature of reality TV. But anyway, so the show ends on a decent note. Although she does apologize to the ladies for her actions, which I can appreciate. Although Pinky calls her the ultimate apologist, but that's Shamia. And then also Pinky said we don't want to see no video after the season. No, season is over of you apologizing to everybody because Shamia did that last season. So it is what it is. K. Michelle actually tells a story since they went to this since the other ladies went to the cemetery. She's told her story about her brushes with death due to all of the surgery she's had on her backside with all the silicone that she has injected into her body. And I felt that moment was very real. I thought that moment was very real. I for one have been on the brink of death before, and to be honest, like I don't even remember half of it, but it's a scary situation to know that it is a part of your truth and a part of your reality. It can be very scary. So I definitely felt for K. Michelle in that moment. And then Drew goes on to say that she's never been to her father's grave, and I can get that. I for one am not looking forward to the death of my parents, and I don't know how I would be after that. So I appreciated that type of conversation going on at the table. There was no interaction between Portia and Shamia whatsoever during this dinner. They didn't even talk to one another. I don't know if they're putting this off until the reunion or what, but I hope that they address this before they get to the reunion. I don't know how many more episodes we have left in the season. But I thought it seemed sort of kind of like a filler episode to me, but it was still a good one either way. Be sure to join me every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for my live Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. I go live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. with my sister Prophetic Fire Reiki, as well as our friend Bianca Edwards. We always have a great time talking about the latest happenings and goings on in the world. So join us every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.